Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2022 Singles Love reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, okay. We have two that just fell right out. We have the Nine of Swords and we have Justice. So there's a sense that we're worrying, like really, really worrying that we're not being fair, or that we're overreacting to something, or that we've been too hard on somebody here. So just be aware of that. You're taking away vital energy from yourself, and this can just be general worrying about everything, like worrying about getting everything right, being just, being fair to everyone, and it's weighing very heavily on our shoulders. We're worrying too much, Sagittarius, and we need to recognize that, because the energy is being taken away. If we weren't so worried, there'd be more of a vibrant, blooming of energy around us, and we'd feel much more comfortable. We'd feel much more, we'd be much more attractive. It would be. And I know that sounds funny to say, but the energy around us would be at a higher energy vibration, which will just attract the right person to us. Whereas if we're at this lower energy vibration, it will attract another worried, doubting person to us. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is rebirth. This is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. And this is a time of being reborn. This is a time of coming out of our shell, really letting ourselves fly and just enjoy life. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay. So let's see what the cards have to say. That's interesting. Okay. So where we are right now, Sagittarius, is we're in a very strong place. We are in a very strong place. We're in this very, this energy of, I know what I want. I know where I'm headed. I know what I want from this situation. We're also very connected to the masculine energy of ourselves, of the world, and we're looking to move forward. We're really looking to move forward in a sense of power and determination and focus, but just a surety. So when it comes to relationships, if there's a person who's like, oh, well, I think you're a little bit too bold, or, oh, you're a little bit too assertive, just move on. Just move on from them, because this has taken us a while to get to. It has taken us a long time to be able to say, but this is what I want from a relationship. This is what I need. This is how I need to move forward for me. And we're not going to lose that just because somebody doesn't feel comfortable, or somebody wants to be the dominant energy within that relationship and not let us have our equal say. So just be aware of that. There can be people, okay, Spirit just said there can be people who see our power and our confidence as a challenge. It's kind of like, I want to break you. We've been there before. We absolutely have. And that's why our greatest strength is an acknowledgement of our pain. So here, just know that there can be the people who say that they're really cool with us being strong, with us being confident, and yet want to try and break that from us. So just be aware of that. Our challenge is that God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of knowledge, of intuition, of greater understanding. We're having a bit of a hard time taking it. We might want to have absolute 100%, factual proof that this is something that we should be doing, or this is the way that we should be moving forward. Nobody has 100% proof of anything. So we can find this very challenging. We're always doubting, we're always questioning, because we're not looking at the gifts that we have been given, the gifts of the mind, the gift of ourselves. And that's going to be something that we're battling with during this time. Especially a sense of, well, maybe I'm asking too many questions, or maybe I'm being too nosy or curious, or, maybe meshing mind to mind doesn't mean as much. But we need that. We need that, Sagittarius. If we can't bounce questions off this person or talk in the language that makes us feel comfortable, talk about things that had meaning to us and have them respect and honor that's going to be very, very hard for a relationship to sustain. And then we move on now to what we're focusing on. And this is us. We're represented by the wands in the minor arcana, by temperance in the major arcana. And this is a real sense of embracing our magic, embracing our spark, letting ourselves shine, going after what we desire, need, want, a real expression of our magic. I love that in the palm of her hand is magic, is this fire coming to life, and her holding up her other arm in absolute victory with all the light and illumination around her. That's what we're focusing on. It's like, if I can meet somebody who appreciates and respects my joy, that's awesome, but I'm not having my light put out. There is something here, and it's coming through very strongly with, I'm not dimming myself anymore for anyone. It moves us to our past. Our past has been complicated, There's an energy here of, I needed to learn how to balance myself, but I also, and we can be still struggling with this, need to know and learn how to balance me and then all my responsibilities, everything I'm supposed to be doing, everything I'm supposed to be dedicating my time to. So being aware of that is going to be very important for us, that juggling act has been intense. It moves us to our strength. And again, our strength is looking at the hurts and the pains that have held us back, that have kept us denied, that have overwhelmed us, and saying, no more. No more am I being silenced. No more am I forgetting about myself. Now it is time for me to look at those heartbreaks and see how much I've learned and see how much I have grown. It moves us to our near future. All right, it's very interesting. What we're being told to be mindful of, our near future, has the same thing, the Nine of Swords. Worrying, doubting, fearing, being robbed of sleep, being overwhelmed. Being mindful of this, Sagittarius, because it's going to steal a lot of our energy, a lot of our spark, a lot of our vibrance. We want our magic to shine, and yet we're worrying about everything. We're going over the words that we said. And it's almost like there's an anxiety around us that can make us feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a teenager again, right? I'm, doubting me. I'm getting chaotic. There's something here that is overwhelming. Now, this can be coming out of the past 2 years that we've been in, and just needing to find our footing again, our confidence again. Don't worry so much. Don't worry so much, because it just is overwhelming. It's too overwhelming. It brings us then to our suggested approach. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is connection with family and in celebration. This is, group activities. This is going out and just embracing wealth. This is wealth that lasts for generations. So our suggested approach is to move forward in bounty and say, this is who I am. I love who I am. Say it in the mirror, say it to ourselves. I love me, Sagittarius. Say, Sagittarius, I love you. And you don't have to say Sagittarius. Do replace it with your own name. But embrace that. Embrace that knowledge. Embrace that wisdom. Because here we have the two people, looking at each other with love. And then we have the little kid dancing on the floor with the dog. This is the house, the dog, the family, the perfect life, right? And that's what we want. But we want our perfect life in the way that we desire it. Whatever the partner looks like. If they're children, if there aren't children, if there is a dog, if there isn't a dog, we need to have our prosperity and success. And that's what we're focusing on. This is coming to an end of a cycle. This is something that we value as much as money. And we're really looking at connections. Connections are the most important thing. The way that we connect with the person, the way that we move forward with that spark. It moves us then to what we need to know. And this is border sign energy, right? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is being a page. This is being a student of our heart, of what we desire, of what we're looking at. Somebody says, when pigs fly, and we can even be at that point in our lives, when pigs fly, I'll meet somebody. Oh my gosh, this is so much more difficult. But because we're diving deeply into our hearts, we're seeing ourselves, we're asking ourselves questions, we're looking, we're seeking, we're starting to say, excuse me, we're starting to see and we're starting to say, wow, there's more here than I realized. There's more to me than I knew. And it brings us to this place of really connecting with our hearts, really connecting with what we love. And it brings us to our hopes and our fears. We hope that we can stave off the negative energy. We've had enough of it. The negativity, the attacks, the relationships that get all messed up and vicious. We don't want that anymore. And yet we fear that that's the only thing that we're going to have. So be aware of this. Be aware that we're tired of fighting. And turning away from the fighting and saying, I'm not engaging in this nonsense, doesn't make us weak. It makes us very strong. A potential future is the Death card, the Rebirth card. This is Scorpio energy, but this is a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. So Sagittarius, if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, this part of your personality is coming out very strongly, or if you have this in your chart. What we're going to see here is that there's a transformation. We are also going to be very drawn to people who embrace transformations in their lives, who change and evolve and see things differently and look at things in new ways and, kind of test us and push us to look outside of our comfort zone. And that's really, really cool. So our potential future is one of profound and beautiful change. It moves us now to looking at our subconscious message, and that's the Seven of Cups. It's that our dreams are coming true. We can get what we wish for and the unknown and the beauty and the promise. But there is the challenge along the way to believe in ourselves and to believe that this is possible. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of mirrors our potential future. It is the Death card. We need to be mindful of secrets. We need to be mindful of people withholding valuable information from us. We need to be mindful of not truly connecting, of somebody saying, oh yeah, I totally, connect with you, or I'm totally honest with you, and they're lying and they're lying and they're lying. So just be aware of this. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is communication. This is the third chakra. We are communicating on many different levels. So if we're sitting there and saying, wow, that conversation didn't go well, and people are looking at us and thinking, well, it went great, you guys said all the right things and you connected like that. It's like energy-wise, energy-wise you didn't. There's something here where you will see the disconnect, and you need to respect that and say, oh, okay. Even if we are, kind of going into a relationship with somebody, look at the disconnect. Look at the way that things, that sounds so negative. But yeah, look at the way of the things that we're not connecting with in communication and bring them up. Say, I don't feel like we're connecting this way. And see what that person has to say. They could be like, well, I don't usually connect with anybody that way, or, that's not something I feel comfortable with so quickly in a relationship, or something like that. Because it's just something here where we're communicating on many different levels, okay? It's energy-wise, it's the words that come out of our mouths, it's the tonal inflections, there's an empathic energy around this. We need to be aware of this because it's messing up what's being said, and it's messing up what's being heard. So just be aware of that. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of our love. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius, and may love always be blessed upon you.